The price of Bitcoin holding above the $100,000 level.
If you're going to start somewhere, start with Bitcoin.
Our bull case is $1.5 million by 2030.
99% of people that hold Bitcoin for 5 years or more are in profit. In a world where banks can fail overnight, currencies can lose value by design, and inflation silently taxes your wealth, I'm going to be holding Bitcoin for the next 10 years, and here's why. Bitcoin was created in 2008 during the financial crisis. Banks were collapsing, people were losing homes, and trust in the system had hit rock bottom. Now, out of the chaos came a digital asset that didn't rely on banks, government, or central banks. A system with no CEO, no printer, and a hard cap of 21 million coins. In my view, this is the digital evolution of money. Now, here's the perspective that changed everything for me. The global reserve currency has changed roughly every 80 to 110 years throughout history. History shows that every reserve currency eventually loses dominance. Bitcoin offers a hedge against this shift. Now, I don't overthink the buying process. Every single month, when my salary comes in, I buy Bitcoin and dollar cost average. Once I've bought it, I then move it to cold storage. Now, why do I do this? Because Bitcoin on exchanges isn't your Bitcoin. It's like money in the bank. The money in the bank isn't yours, it's the bank's. Now, if you went to your bank today and said, I want £10,000 in cash out of my account, they wouldn't let you. You'd have to sign forms, have meetings, they'd have to understand what you're going to spend it on and why you need your money. Secondly, exchanges get hacked, accounts get frozen, and I don't want any of that. There's an old saying in crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. I'm not looking to sell in months or even 2 years' time. My vision is decades away. Every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through a halving cycle. This cuts the supply that miners earn in half. Now, historically, those cycles have triggered new highs. But I'm not just here for the next bull run. I'm here for what happens after. Investors like Raoul Pal believe we're entering a massive macro reset. It's what he calls the everything code.
That this idea of 6 years to make as much money as possible is really important. And I do think that the real answer to this, as far as I can see, is cryptocurrency, because it is the best performing asset in the world.
Now, the world is changing and I want exposure to it. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, launched a Bitcoin ETF. Fidelity and even JP Morgan are involved. These are the same people and institutions that dismissed Bitcoin a few years ago. Now these institutions are building the on-ramps for billions of dollars of institutional wealth into the space. This isn't retail hype anymore. This is mainstream capital that's woken up and seen the light. Let me keep it simple. I put between 50 and 70% of my total portfolio into Bitcoin. I don't try and time the dips, I just buy consistently. But of course, Bitcoin isn't risk-free. But here's the thing, Bitcoin has survived so much worse. China has banned it multiple times. Major exchanges have collapsed, and Bitcoin has crashed 80% more than once. But yet it's still here. It's still relevant. It's still gaining traction. And now the major players are in this space. Now I'm holding Bitcoin for the next 10 years. Not because I expect to become a millionaire overnight, because I believe in owning something that no central bank can print, no government can seize, and no company can shut down. Whether it 50x's or flatlines, I'm still going to be here. I'll still be holding, and I'll still be in this space. Now, if you're still watching, you're ahead of 90% of people today. If you're not invested in cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, maybe it's something to consider. Companies are profiting millions and millions of dollars. It doesn't take a genius to see that MicroStrategy has got something different. I believe, and this isn't financial advice, that Bitcoin is going to change the world. We've seen it go from a 0 to 100,000. We've seen countries like El Salvador adopt it as their currency. And even Trump now is talking about Bitcoin. This opportunity is like a train leaving the station. And last calls are up. Are you going to get on board?